This is the E-4B, the Doomsday plane. For 50 years, it's been America's insurance policy against apocalypse. It was a marvel of its time, a flying war room, but its technology is from the Cold War. Analog systems, copper wiring. In the modern era of cyber warfare, these systems are dangerously vulnerable, and it's too slow. The Doomsday plane is facing its own doomsday. It needs a successor, and this is where it begins. The construction of a new fortress to house the next generation flying bunker. The new program requires a new kind of structure, a secret factory for a secret weapon. The construction begins with the hangar itself, large enough to hold multiple 747s. A foundation this thick isn't just for weight. It's designed to absorb the shock of a nearby blast. These aren't standard walls. They are thick, reinforced concrete, designed to withstand a direct conventional attack. The skeleton of the new fortress takes shape, a testament to modern industrial construction.
This is more than a building, it's a vault. This entire hangar is a giant Faraday cage. No signals get in or out.
There are no windows. What happens inside this building must remain completely secret. Connected to the hangar is the project's nerve center, a multi-level subterranean bunker. The bunker is protected by massive blast doors, designed to survive a direct hit. You can't use water in a hangar full of sensitive electronics. This system extinguishes a fire in seconds. The entire facility will have its own independent power source, able to operate completely off-grid. The interior of the hangar is outfitted like a shipyard, giving crews access to every inch of the new aircraft.
And now, history repeats itself. A new, hollow shell arrives, ready to be transformed.
The process starts again. First, everything comes out. Unlike the original, modern robotics are used for precision cutting, ensuring the airframe's integrity. Shielding technology has evolved. These modern composites offer superior protection at a fraction of the weight. The new Faraday cage is lighter and more effective, using conductive paints and ultra-thin mesh. The new floor is a smart floor, with integrated conduits for the thousands of miles of fiber optic cable. The new SAOC is a flying data center. All that computing power generates immense heat. A sophisticated liquid cooling system is built into the airframe. The interior walls are now modular, allowing for easier upgrades and maintenance over the aircraft's lifespan. The new suite is a media-rich environment. The walls themselves are screens, displaying real-time data. The new war room is leaner. AI assistants allow a smaller crew to manage more information. The pilots now fly with a fully digitized glass cockpit, giving them more information and control. Satellite technology has shrunk. The new radome is smaller, lighter, and houses antennas thousands of times more powerful. Even the failsafe is upgraded. The new VLF antenna is stronger and can be deployed much faster. This is a game changer. Laser communications, a high bandwidth, unjammable data link. Even the kitchen is high tech, designed to provide better meals for the crew on missions that could last for days. The environmental systems are fully automated, capable of sealing the plane off in milliseconds. The old copper wiring is gone. The new nervous system is fiber optic, transmitting data at the speed of light.
The brain is being installed. Each server module is a ruggedized, powerful computer designed to withstand shock.
The cooling system is critical. Without it, the data center would overheat and shut down in minutes. From here, the president could address the entire country or command a single soldier anywhere in the world.
The few windows are not glass. but a multi-layered composite designed to withstand overpressure.
This isn't just a command center, it has to defend itself. This is its electronic shield. In a crisis, communication must be clear. The entire aircraft is engineered for silence. The podium is not just for speeches. It's a self-contained command node. Each seat is a survival station designed to protect its occupant during extreme turbulence. We test the landing gear 100 times on the ground, so there are no surprises on the first landing. Full-scale test of the fire suppression system. Fire is the ultimate enemy. We call this a power soak. We're trying to break the system on the ground to find its limits. Then we're back online. All systems are green. The first integrated systems test is a success. The construction is officially complete. The machine is ready. Every surface is cleaned. The test is simple. Take off, a full systems check at 30,000 feet, and a clean landing.
The first order of business, fuel. Enough for a simple test flight. It proves that with the right team, no concept is impossible. The new Defender is airborne.
The limiting factor isn't fuel, it's food and water. This plane is designed to fly for days without landing. This is the lifeline. The refueling receptacle sits right on the nose, allowing tankers to top it off mid-mission.
It's a delicate dance at 500 miles per hour. The pilots have to hold steady while thousands of gallons of fuel transfer.
Once fully fueled, the mission begins. The primary goal? Unfettered communication with the nuclear triad.
If satellites are down and the internet is gone, this secure line still connects directly to the launch silos.
To reach submarines, they deploy this, a trailing wire antenna that stretches 5 miles behind the plane.
The wire acts as a massive antenna, vibrating at a frequency that can penetrate deep ocean water.
The National Command Authority needs rest. These quarters ensure decision makers stay sharp. The pantry is stocked for a siege. Enough rations to keep a crew of 112 fed for days. For the crew, it's hot bunking. Shifts are rotated constantly to keep the plane operational 24/7. In the air, this plane is a beacon. Enemy nations will try to hack it, jam it, and disrupt it. Every piece of equipment is grounded, shielded against the massive voltage spike of a nuclear EMP. If something breaks, they can't land to fix it. The onboard tech shop allows for component-level repair. The layout connects the flight deck directly to the battle staff below. Constant physical communication. Physical codes and war plans are stored here. Double-blind locks. Only 2 people have the combination. It's not just a bunker, it's an eye in the sky. Powerful radar arrays track every object within a 300-mile radius.
The E-4B is a high-value target. In a real crisis, it would be flanked by a squadron of fighter escorts.
This is the football. It plugs directly into the plane's comms, authorizing a strike in seconds. Crews train for the worst here. A simulated launch detection. They have minutes to respond. The response is automated and immediate. The plane relays the retaliatory coordinates to the fleet. For every hour in the air, the E-4B requires 50 hours of maintenance on the ground. The engines are stripped and rebuilt regularly. Failure is not an option when the world is ending. Keeping a 747 flying requires a massive supply chain. Critical parts are stockpiled here, ready for instant use.
The watch never ends. There is always one engine turning, one crew ready to go.
This is the go kit.
Vital classified hardware that is only loaded when an alert is sounded. When the klaxon sounds, the crew has less than 15 minutes to get wheels up.
Checklists are memorized. There is no time for slow procedures. Speed is survival.
It's a max performance takeoff. Steep climb. Getting away from the ground blast radius as fast as possible.
The E-4B can operate from forward bases in Europe or Asia. It is a mobile White House. It relies on a dedicated network of satellites, secure, jam-resistant, and reserved solely for nuclear command.
The encryption used here is unbreakable. One-time pads and quantum-resistant algorithms.
The Secret Service detail sits here, facing backwards for safety, armed and ready to defend the interior.
These are EAMs, emergency action messages, pre-scripted orders that leave no room for misinterpretation. It's more than a machine. It's a symbol. As long as this tail is in the air, the government survives.
Inside this wing is enough fuel to power a small town. It creates the lift for a 400-ton fortress.
The design is never finished. We are already planning the upgrades for 2030 and beyond.
Before every flight, the pilot performs the walk-around, a final human verification of the machine. At night, the cabin shifts to red lighting. It preserves night vision and maintains a calm, focused atmosphere. It costs billions, but like any insurance policy, you pay in the hope you never have to use it.
When this hangar is empty, the world is holding its breath. The plane is doing its job.
From a hollow shell to a flying fortress, we've built the most complex aircraft in history. It serves one purpose: deterrence, to ensure that no enemy believes a surprise attack can succeed. The test is complete. The system works. The Flying White House is ready for duty. It lands, refuels, and waits, ready to launch again at a moment's notice. Behind the armor and the electronics are the people, the engineers who built it and the crews who fly it. Cold steel, but inside, it keeps the fire of democracy burning, even in the darkest hour. Sleep soundly. The watchman is awake. This is the E-4B, the plane that ensures there will always be a tomorrow. As the flag flies tonight, it reminds us of the enduring strength and resilience of this nation. It's not just one plane, it's a fleet of 4, a shell game played on a global scale to ensure survival.
While one is on alert, the others are here.
Undergoing deep maintenance cycles to repair the stress of constant readiness.
This plane is the trigger for the first leg of the triad, the ICBM silos scattered across the heartland. If the ground crews are gone, the E-4B can use the ALCS system to launch the Minuteman missiles remotely.
The bombers need coordinates. The E-4B relays dynamic targeting data to the B-52s mid-flight.
And somewhere down there, the silent service. Ohio-class submarines waiting for the VLF signal.
Sky King.
Do not answer. The coded broadcast that every military operator knows by heart.
Every commander-in-chief for the last 4 decades has counted on this specific airframe as their final redoubt. The playbook. Scenarios for everything from a rogue launch to a total multi-vector assault. A new generation of pilots is being trained to fly a plane that was built before they were born. Metal fatigue is the real enemy now. We are fighting a war against time to keep the structure sound. But the E-4B cannot fly forever. The blueprint for its replacement, the SAOC, is already being drawn. Newer engines, digital backbones. But the mission profile remains unchanged: survival. When the battle staff is fully assembled, this room becomes a hive mind. 50 experts analyzing real-time threats. They even track the wind, not for flight, but to predict the drift of radioactive fallout after a strike. It's a flying archive. Backups of critical national databases are stored physically on board. And coffee, gallons of it. The psychological anchor for a crew working high-stress shifts.
Imagine coming to work every day practicing for the apocalypse. It takes a unique psychological toll.
On the ground, it is the most guarded square footage in America. K9 units patrol the perimeter 24/7.
If they have to land in a hot zone, the airlock becomes a decontamination chamber.
The oxygen reserves are tripled. They can fly at high altitudes for days without relying on outside air.
This creates a black ship, killing all lights and non-essentials to divert every watt to the transmitters.
We've seen the nuts and bolts, but the true machinery here is political.
The engines are always warm, a reflection of the geopolitical climate they were born into. The silhouette hasn't changed in 50 years, but the digital threats swirling around it have evolved. Your smartphone has more processing power than the original computers on this plane. But your phone can't survive an EMP. In a crisis, a shadow government of designated successors would board this plane to ensure continuity. It's a mechanic's nightmare. But the maintenance crews treat her with the reverence of a cathedral.
Once wheels are up, they are on their own. An island of humanity floating above a ruined world.
Will it work when the time comes? The paradox is, if we ever find out, humanity has already lost. But the testing is rigorous. The redundancy is absolute. The system is designed to not fail. Their motto is simple. Toujours prêt. Always ready.
The tour ends here. The bay doors are closing. The secret returns to the shadows.
We step back into the world of peace, leaving the machine to wait for a war we pray never comes.
It is the most expensive insurance policy in human history. A multi-billion-dollar guarantee.
Peace is fragile. It requires a silent guardian to hold the line against chaos.
The engineering is a marvel. But let's hope it remains a museum piece of the Cold War, not a tool for the future. The lights are on. The runway is open. The watch continues through the night.
For 50 years, it has stood ready.
A necessary evil? Or the ultimate shield? Perhaps it is both. The Flying White House. The Night Watch.
Silent. Vigilant. Cleo, observer.
Carrying the weight of the world on its wings.
Thanks for joining me inside the ultimate bunker. I'm Cleo. Stay safe.
That the machine remains behind, always waiting.
And so, the watch begins again.
Thrust. Lift. Survival.
The E-4B is airborne.
As the aircraft vanishes into the night sky, we are left to wonder what the future holds for air travel.